Somewhere out there, someone is training to take your place. They don't wait for the right moment. While you're thinking, they're moving. While you're hesitating, they're winning. This isn't just about working harder. It's about unlocking the mental codes that separate the unstoppable from the forgotten. Once you see them, you can't unsee them. Once you use them, there's no going back. The race has already started. Are you already behind? Asterisk Chapter 1. The enemy in your head. The room is quiet, but you can feel it. Something watching you. It isn't in the corner. It isn't in the shadows. It's in your mind. You've met it before. The voice that whispers, not today. Maybe tomorrow. The one that floods you with reasons why you're not ready, why you'll fail, why you should wait for the right moment. It is the most dangerous opponent you will ever face, because it knows all your weaknesses. It was born with you. It speaks your language. It wears your face. This enemy doesn't charge at you. It seeps into your thoughts, slows your movements, convinces you that hesitation is safety. It makes you believe comfort is control, when in truth, comfort is a slow death. You can't negotiate with it. You can't make peace. The only way to weaken it is action, quick, decisive, even imperfect. Every time you act before it talks you out of it, you take a piece of its power. The next time it appears, when your heart pounds before a risk. When doubt starts to wrap around your decisions, don't retreat. Look it in the eye. Move anyway. Let it know you've recognized its face and you're coming for it. Asterisk Chapter 2. Breaking the comfort. Trap it. It's not the cage you fear. It's the velvet lining. The comfort trap never chains you. It seduces you. It feels like a warm blanket after a long day. The job, that's good. Enough. The circle of friends who never push you to grow. It lulls you with soft rewards, less risk, fewer problems, no pain. But here's the truth. Comfort is a prison disguised as a gift. The longer you stay inside, the more your hunger fades. The edges of your ambition begin to dull. You start telling yourself, I'm fine. This is enough. It's not. The most dangerous part of the comfort trap is that it doesn't punish you for staying. It rewards you, and that reward blinds you to the fact that your potential is shrinking. Breaking free isn't about making one massive leap. It's about making small, uncomfortable moves on purpose. Volunteer for the project you don't feel ready for. Say yes to the challenge that makes your stomach tighten. Walk toward the things that scare you just enough to wake you up. Comfort will beg you to stay. But there's another voice, softer yet sharper. Move. If you follow it, you'll find the air outside the trap is colder, harsher, and infinitely freer. Asterisk. Chapter 3. The glass ceiling that isn't Theriov. Been told there's a limit. A line you can't cross. A ceiling you can't break. They never showed it to you. They just said it was there. And you believed them. This ceiling isn't made of glass or steel. It's made of invisible rules planted in your mind by others. Maybe it was a teacher who said, "People like you don't." Or a parent who warned, "Don't aim too high. You'll only get hurt." Maybe it was society's silent stare when you dared to want more. The danger isn't in the ceiling itself. It's in the fact you've accepted it without ever testing it. The truth. Most of these limits are illusions. The world is littered with people who weren't supposed to until they did. They sent the message they thought would be ignored. They asked for the meeting they weren't qualified for. Took the leap no one approved of, and when they landed, they looked up and saw it. The so-called ceiling had never been there. Your job is simple. Push once. Even if your hands shake. Even if everyone tells you it's useless. Push. If it doesn't break, push again. And if it does, step through and never go back. Asterisk. Chapter 4. The 1% edge people think winning comes from massive leaps, grand gestures, huge risks, all-nothing moments. That's a lie. The real power hides in the 1%. 1% more effort. 1% more discipline. 1% more time invested than everyone else is willing to give. It's small enough to look insignificant, but over days, weeks, years, it becomes a weapon. While others quit at good enough, you keep sharpening, adding a fraction more. It's the boxer who throws one extra punch in training. The writer who edits the page one more time. The entrepreneur who makes one more call after everyone else has gone home. You won't notice the difference in a day. No one will applaud your extra step in the beginning. That's why so few stay committed. They think it's pointless. But 1% compounds like interest in a bank account you never touch. Quietly, invisibly, it builds power until one day you're untouchable. And when you stand ahead of the rest, they'll call you lucky, not realizing your advantage was too small to notice, until it was too late to catch you. From now on, don't chase giant leaps. Hunt for your 1% every single day. Stack them until the gap between you and the rest becomes impossible to close. Asterisk. If you wait for perfect motivation, you'll wait forever. The trigger code is the answer, a mental switch you flip to force yourself into motion before doubt has a chance to speak. Here's the truth. Your brain loves comfort and will sabotage you with hesitation. The longer you wait to act, the louder the hesitation becomes. But when you have a trigger, a precise, practiced signal, you bypass the debate and move instantly. For some, it's physical, standing up the moment the alarm rings, splashing cold water on your face, or putting on your running shoes before your mind can argue. For others, it's mental, a word, a phrase, a vision so sharp it slices through fear. Your trigger doesn't have to be dramatic, it just has to be yours. And it has to be fast. Athletes use it before stepping into the arena. Soldiers use it before moving into danger. Leaders use it before making hard calls. You can use it before every moment that matters. The rule is simple. When the trigger fires, you move. No thinking, no negotiating, action. Because once you've started, fear loses its grip, and the person who moves first almost always wins. Asterisk, Chapter 6, the 90-second rule. Your emotions are like storms, powerful, unpredictable, and capable of destroying everything in their path. But here's the secret most people never learn. Storms burn out faster than you think. The 90-second rule says this: no emotional surge lasts longer than a minute and a half unless you keep feeding it. Anger, fear, anxiety, they spike, and then your body starts to calm. But most people don't let them fade. They replay the moment, feed the thought, and keep the storm alive for hours, days, even years. You've done it. We all have. One bad comment, and you relive it 100 times, each replay making it bigger than it was. Next time, do this instead. When the surge hits, don't react. Breathe deep, count the seconds. Let the wave pass without grabbing onto it. You'll feel the drop, that moment when the chemical rush fades. That's your opening. That's when you act, not before. Masters of this rule are dangerous because they can face provocation without losing control. They don't lash out in rage or freeze in fear. They decide with a clear head while everyone else is drowning in their own storm. Control the first 90 seconds, and you control the outcome. Asterisk, Chapter 7, the decoy goal. Sometimes the prize you're chasing isn't the prize at all. The decoy goal is the mission that pulls you forward, not because it's the final destination, but because it's the bait your mind needs to start moving. Here's the trap. Most people sit still because the big goal feels impossible. Run a marathon, write a book, build a business. It's too far, too heavy, too unreal. So they never start. The decoy goal fixes that. You pick something close enough to excite you, but far enough to stretch you. It's the doorway, not the palace. And once you step through, something changes. You begin building the habits, the skills, the resilience, the exact tools you'll need for the real goal you couldn't face at the start. The trick is, you don't tell your mind it's a decoy. You treat it like the only mission that matters. By the time you reach it, you'll realize the real treasure was the momentum you've created. Many of history's giants started chasing one thing and ended up somewhere bigger. The Wright brothers didn't set out to shrink the world. They just wanted to get a machine off the ground. That small win rewrote human travel forever. Start with your decoy. Let it pull you forward. And when the moment comes, reveal the real target and strike. Asterisk, Chapter 8. The shadow competitor. There's someone out there you've never met. They don't brag. They don't post. They don't need to. While you're scrolling, they're working. While you're resting, they're sharpening. You won't hear about them until it's too late, until they're standing where you wanted to be. The shadow competitor isn't always a stranger. Sometimes it's you, the version of yourself who chose discipline over excuses, action over hesitation. The you that could exist. If you stopped wasting time every day, you're in a race with that shadow. The dangerous part, they never stop moving. If you slow down, they get further ahead. One day, you'll meet them face to face. And in that moment, you'll see in their eyes the truth. They didn't beat you because they were stronger, smarter, or luckier. They beat you because they kept going when you didn't. Single quotes. Run now, before your shadow disappears beyond reach.